Ghosts, when we started writing Ghosts, it was kind of tricky because it was a very different song. It was a song that was on an acoustic guitar. We used to play it backstage all the time, and it was actually a very pretty song. We really rated the song. But once it got into tracking and the band, we all put it down, it didn't just quite hit the way we wanted it to. And so I was busy with the lyrics, and it just wasn't working for me. So I went out and I sat in my car, and it was a storm, and I wrote this song. I changed all the lyrics, and I phoned the band the next day, and I said, look, I've changed everything. I've rewritten all the words and the melodies. And usually they panic, when that happens. But when they heard the song, they were all on my side, and we all loved the new changes. So it was a lot of fun to do, and it was a scary move, but it was the right one. Ghost is about sort of how certain mental things can affect people, like depression or anxiety or insomnia. There's a lot of things that keep people, and this is how you can let go of that, and like how someone can break free of their problems and their strifes.
Tracking Ghost, it was pretty cool. I mean, we stepped into the studio not really knowing what was the direction where the song was going, and so we sort of tracked what we had, and it was probably about 2-3 days later we all left. We went back home, and Ross stayed up in the studio for a couple of days extra, and he phoned us and he said, hey guys, I've done a bit of a revamp to the song. So it was quite a surprise, and it was great to hear what he had done with it. So we were quite stoked when we heard it. It's a great track. It's one of those just powerful tracks, and the lyrics hit home, and we love the song.
Living with a ghost so silently, holding my breath so I don't breathe. I'm seeing myself, I don't seem real. No, the time's gonna run out.
Well, Gavin here is a very good friend of mine and the band's, and he's an amazing director and editor and everything like that. So we're always talking about, that's how we hang out. When we sit together, we talk about shooting visuals and concepts and ideas. And so we're actually in a thing together called Madhouse, and it's like a small company that we've started up, but it's something that we want to start doing more visuals and those kind of things. So we're always talking about that kind of stuff. And the band, I said to the guys, look, I want to try and have a stab at directing, but obviously I'm not a director. I have ideas and all these kind of things, but Gavin is, and we joined up and said we're going to try and direct this video, because I feel that sometimes the story gets lost from the band, like what we want to say as a band. So we jumped in together, and here we are,
Yeah, Ross approached us just shortly after we had tracked the song, saying that he would like to take have a bit of a stab at directing a video. Working with each other for so many years, we knew that his capabilities were there and he could do it. He's very artistic in that way. So we were quite excited to let that happen. Stepping into a room and all these dances, and it's a bit weird for us to sort of, because we don't know the outcome and what he's seen and what his vision is. So obviously it's different for us. We're not seeing what he's seeing, so it's quite different. We don't know where it's sort of going, but we're excited to see the final product, and it's going to probably be good. Some of the shots that we've seen already they're just insane. So we're quite excited for it.
There's a few messages. I think we're not trying to say one particular thing. There's one storyline across it. There's a guy who is passed away, and potentially that's my character. And there's a soul survivor, which is this girl who is living with a ghost. She's living with this shadow,
Something that's trying to pull her to get to him. And I think it's about the loss of what she's lost, and she's trying to remember and hold on to her present. At the same time, this other being is beckoning her to be with him again. So that for me is the feel of the video.
What I think about the whole storyboard idea is, for me, there's a little bit of a mystery to it. So it's open for anybody to interpret in any way they would like to interpret the song and the music video.
The one thing we wanted to do is every shot we wanted to take was picturesque. We wanted every shot in the video to be something that if you paused it, it would just be a beautiful shot, something you could hang on your wall.
Yeah, I think for us it's more than a music video. It kind of personifies art.
Yeah.
In every way, from the music, from the song, from the artistic creation behind the scenes, to every crew member that helped us on the video,
Yeah.
and then to the dancers' performance. It's a piece of art.
And I think the best thing we could have done was to bring in these dancers. I think they've been so professional, and they make shooting so much easier because they understand their bodies and they know how to move and they know timing and everything. So for that, it's actually made this video such a pleasure to work on.
Awesome. It's been so cool so far. It's really been like the kind of project that I have really been able to sink my teeth into, because it has been such a challenge choreographically, and like, you know, it's put my acting skills to the test. And I really appreciate the fact that I was sort of given creative freedom to an extent, and that means a lot, like when people don't necessarily always, you know, check up on you and interfere with the creative process. So it's been awesome. Awesome concept to work with, awesome crew, cast, band, everything it's been super challenging and fun, and I'm super excited to see the final product.
My take on the dancers was like, I was like blown away straight away. They're like so good, and just the makeup is amazing. And they're so talented, and everything that they're doing is just like blending so well with the song and with the music, and I reckon it's gonna look incredible afterwards.
When we heard that we were doing the new music video for Prime Circle, I think we're all really excited.
Definitely.
Especially that it's a new song and it's a slightly different type of song that they're doing, so it was very cool. And I don't think we've ever seen dancers in their music videos before, so it's a nice new take. Yeah, and it's been a great experience so far. We've had so much fun. The crew, everyone on the team has been amazing. Everyone is so talented, and it's been a good day so far.
The dancers in the Ghost music video, for me, they're brilliant. They're really, really good at what they do.
I would say I feel that the song is really emotionally driven, and it's easy to connect when you feel connected to the song. I also have to say that I speak on behalf of all of us when I say it's been great to work with Alice Koch. She is an absolutely phenomenal choreographer. Her work it just felt so good to do. So a big thank you to her for all of this. And yeah, it's been great to be on set today.
The track Ghosts it's such a cool track. It's so like powerful and emotional. It's got a great melody, a great story behind it, and it was actually really, that's when you know it's like, if it's like easy to choreograph to. I choreographed that little section and it just like came so naturally. I didn't have to think about that too much. It just kind of, it moved me physically and otherwise. Yeah, great track, really powerful.
Then it's better to burn down to fade away.
The new song Ghost is absolutely superb. I would say in how many albums? The last 6 albums, every time Prime Circle is busy with the producing of a record, album, a video, I would say, or think to myself, how would they top it? How would they better on the next one that they did? How would they? And then that baby is there literally in your arms, and you know it's the most beautiful thing ever. It just always exceeds all expectations.
On Ghosts, personally for me was a great challenge. It's a nice, simple, dynamic drum beat for me. No cymbals, no toms, a straight, kick, snare, hat beat. So for me, it was quite a different being a drummer that overexposes myself with the hands in the air, and I'm standing half the gig. For me, this is a nice, just in the pocket song, which I really, really enjoy playing. The song Ghosts on its own, I would say, is probably one of the most phenomenal songs we've written.
Since joining the band a good couple of years ago, the keys and the synths have kind of, I feel, added quite a cool vibe to the band. And obviously we always continue to push each other and try and just progress with the music and grow with the music. And I mean, from everyone's inputs and everyone helping each other out, I think the keys and synths have added quite a cool vibe to the band. The new recordings, it's almost like went back to basics, back down to the piano type sounds, but we also added a couple of electronic sounds over and above that. So we used almost like a old school approach, but also with adding new school edgy vibes to it, and that the blend of those two things just brought in such a cool element.
The experience of recording the deluxe album for me was quite enjoyable. I actually liked working with the guys in studio. There's so many good ideas flowing. We tried different sounds, different approaches. We stuck to a lot of the basics in terms of writing, but using new school sounds and ideas. Minimalist take on the guitars, specifically on this track, Ghosts, I think was intentionally done, but just for the purpose of letting some of the other instruments shine. But we did definitely get our rock on in some of the other tracks.
I would say, there weren't too many challenges in the video, but the biggest challenges were we had this stunning mansion we shot in, and it was trying to keep it clean.
Yeah.
And we had these dancers who were moving to this beautiful song, and they were painted. So every wall had a hand swipe on it, and then we were cleaning up afterwards, and there'd be a scene where they dance, and we'd have to mop up and then get it right again. And then there were other scenes in the video where we flooded the bath, and that was like a 2-hour wait for the bath to
Yeah, yeah.
And then the plug wasn't working, so that was draining. So there were a lot of little teething things, but from a technical point of view, it sailed. It was
It's
flawless.
been amazing. It's
Yeah.
been amazing.
The challenge with this album was working with two great musicians who are drummers. Working with these guys was really a phenomenal experience for me, as they had a different outcome to what my outcome would be with the regarding of what drum beat I'd play. It was quite a good challenge for me.
Some of the hardest challenges in this product have been flaky dancers who have dropped me like the day before the shoot, and having to replace them and rehearse everything. So there's that. Otherwise, just really trying to think about, what will be the most effective for the concept. So how to go about choreographing the pieces, and imagining how they will be shot.
Well, working with the crew on this has actually been terrible. They're all and hate them.
Worst team we've ever dealt with.
Now, working with the crew on this is really cool because Gavin has been in the industry in terms of behind the scenes quite a bit, and I've been in industry in front of the camera in video. So we've made a lot of relationships, and we've met a lot of amazing people. And I think that's the one thing that I felt on this video is that there is beautiful people in the world, and they're ready to go and graft. It's not. There's no complaining, and they're there to make the thing happen. So the biggest thing with the crew is also that Gavin knew the guys, so he knew the best to go to. So we approached the best in every aspect.
Yeah, it's a blend of passion, and everyone we brought on board had passion for this, and that's what's made it.
They make us look good, pretty much.
Working with Ross and Gavin has been absolutely amazing. They are so fun, and we're a really fun group of girls, and they have really just taken us, our personalities, and they've just gone with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco, the bass player.
Hey, this is Dale. I play drums.
I'm Neil from Prime Circle, keyboardist.
I'm Dirk, lead guitar player.
I can't wait for you guys to check it out.
Check it out.
Stay tuned.
See Ghosts, it's mental.
Yeah.
Check out Prime Circle's new video, Ghosts.